Welcome back, amazing artists. So today we are doing, whoops, my pencil was a little too sharp, the letter K. And I don't have many animals for K. I have a kangaroo and a baby and a koala and a baby. So not a whole lot today, but that's all right. We've had a couple of really big ones. We have a couple of big ones coming up where I have a lot of animals and they take a long time. These short and sweet ones are fun. So here we go. Let's start with our little kangaroo. Okay, we gotta start with our body shape first. It's kind of like a pear, isn't it? Maybe like a Cadbury cream egg. I've been eating a lot of those lately. So good. Oh, kangaroos have got really, really big feet. My goodness, even bigger than mine. They hop a lot. Kangaroos are marsupials. That means they have babies, but then the babies spend a lot of their developmental time in the kangaroo's pouch. And their tail actually acts as kind of like a third, not a third leg, but maybe like a kickstand almost. So when they use their leg a lot for moving around and for jumping and for leaning back on and kicking if they're in danger, things like that. So, all right. So kangaroo is a mammal. It has fur, it gives birth to live babies, it makes milk for its babies. It is warm-blooded. That means it regulates its body temperature. And they are native to Australia. So they are not normally found anywhere else except for Australia. I think marsupials are really fascinating creatures. North America has a marsupial where we live in America, and it is the possum. It is the only marsupial native to our continent, which is pretty cool. All right, so kangaroo mama holds her baby in her pouch. A lot of the times, actually I think most of the time the babies are born very, very, how should I put this? Like almost like underdeveloped, and they're extremely tiny when they're born. And they just live in the pouch until they're a lot bigger and they're able to come out. And then they spend quite a lot of time going in and out of the pouch until they're grown up enough to be on their own. There we go. Oh, that is the cutest little Joey I've ever drawn. So cute. I know, Spooky, it is cute. Yeah, Spooky and Abby just came up here with me. All right, so there's our little kangaroo. Make sure I got its eye pretty good and its mouth. There we go. All right, so now let's move on to the koala. And funnily enough, our koala is also from Australia and is also a marsupial, meaning it has a pouch. Pretty sure. Now that I say that, I'm like, oh wait, what if it's not? We're just gonna go with that. You guys can fact check me on that. So I don't, Spooky's making a mess. I forgot to start with the body. Sometimes I forget. Let me go ahead and start with the body. Koalas are basically teddy bears that live in trees, which is so fun. And they have these big long noses and these big fluffy fuzzy ears, and they just hang out in trees all day chomping away on leaves. And this toy is actually made to hang on a tree branch, which is pretty cool. And it's got these little indentations so the Joey can hang on to its back, which the Joey really likes to do. I think a koala baby is called a Joey as well. I really hope so, because I feel like I'm messing a lot of this up. Okay. Oh, and then a tiny little baby koala. Oh my goodness, this thing is so small. Let's see here. Maybe I'll just start off. Its head is really big. Koalas, also mammals. So mammals are my favorite animal type. They're oftentimes, you know, since they're basically what humans are. And plus they're super cute. Okay, there we go, friends. I don't have any water up here, so let's add a little colored pencil to these. Let's see, I'm gonna look at my kangaroo and my baby and my koalas. All right, I'm gonna do the koalas first, probably because they're the easiest. They're just gray. And this is going a little bit darker than they really are, but that's okay. I want to encourage you guys just to practice and keep going. Draw every day. Draw stuff you like. Doesn't matter if someone else doesn't like it. If you like it, draw it. That's how you learn. And you're not gonna want to do something unless you're having fun or, you know, their end result is good. So draw something you wanna draw. All right, so now let's move on to our little kangaroo and our kangaroo baby. I'm trying to find a good, I think that's probably a better deal than that first brown. I'm trying to look at some browns here. I'm gonna work with this one and see how this one does. It says this one is tan, that works. Oh wow, that's actually really good, really spot on, look at that. I'll tell you a funny story. When I was a kid, we went to, I don't know if it was like Arbuckle Wilderness or it was one of those places, you know, where you could go and there was animals. It wasn't the zoo, but we were there all day with the school and there was a kangaroo. And I was like, oh, I want to pet a kangaroo. Yeah, kangaroos don't like you to pet them. For some reason, these animals weren't really like enclosed. A lot of them, you could just go up to them and touch, which I look back on that now and that really wasn't very safe. Anyway, I went up to this kangaroo and tried to pet it. It wasn't having any of that. It reared back on its tail, put its feet up in the air, and promptly kicked me right in the stomach. And it hurt. And I did not want to touch a kangaroo after that. And let me tell you something, this kangaroo was only about half as tall as me. It's not like it was bigger than me, but boy, that kick was a wallop. I changed my mind real fast about whether or not I wanted to touch wild animals. And I always tell my own children, wild animals are really unpredictable. Apparently dogs are too. Abby's rolling around on the carpet growling at herself. So you cannot trust wild animals. A lot of times they think you're a threat. They don't know you. So, sorry guys. So just observe from a close distance. That means stay away and stay alive. Okay, let's go on with our baby. I think we can just use the regular brown for the baby and I think we'll be done. Yay. Baby is more of a reddish brown than this, but that's okay. I don't think it matters. All right, there we go, guys. Let's move on to another animal.